robbed several people and then tried to steal a car. What we know so far, still ahead.
Staying on the west side, some neighbors left out on the street after a fire spread to an apartment building. How fireworks might have played a role in this, coming up.
Live from KSAT 12. The news at noon starts right now.
New at noon today, the San Antonio City Council unanimously voted to approve a $450,000 settlement in the wrongful death lawsuit of Antoine Scott.
He was killed by an SAPD officer back in 2016. The vote was quickly approved by the council without any additional discussion from the city's elected representatives. The wrongful death lawsuit was set to go on trial in April before Scott's family agreed to the settlement. That's according to the federal court records.
Scott was unarmed when a police officer shot and killed him in February of 2016. It happened at the Wood Hollow Apartments on Isom Road on the city's north side.
Now to a traffic alert on the west side to tell you about.
Sorry, Stephen Gabasso's here to tell us the latest on that one.
Yeah, David, Ursula, this is over on the far west side of Bexar County. We are taking a look at an overturned 18-wheeler. We first told viewers about this situation on GMSA at 9, so let's get a closer look at TransGuide, and we're actually seeing some progress. Now, we have that big rig or 18-wheeler off on what appears to be the grassy median, so it didn't look like it was impacting traffic. However, some of that progress that we're now seeing is a lane closure there, but keep in mind, when we see vehicles of that size, it does take quite a while for first responders and wreckers to get that cleared out. We saw a King Kong trailer making its way out to the scene. Also saw them using some sort of crane. Right now, details are still limited, so we can't tell you if the driver experienced any injuries or exactly what caused this incident, but let's take a look at the traffic right now, because the slowdown that we are seeing is right there of 1604 northbound near State Highway 151. This is just before Culebra Road, and where we're seeing that buildup again, it's just stayed steady. We haven't seen it stretch so much, but we want drivers to stay alert and, of course, always look for those alternative routes. Quick drive over here while we got time. 35 northbound at US 90. We see a crash in that area, not causing as many issues as we're seeing over on the far west side. But drivers, just remember to take it easy this morning. It seems that we do have a few more crashes that may have popped up, but nothing too severe. We'll check with our friends at TransGuide, but of course, stay with KSAT for the very latest. We're going to have more updates throughout the day. David, Ursula.
Stephen, thank you. From traffic to weather, we know the temperatures are supposed to be hot this weekend. Our meteorologists have been talking about it all week. Now, ERCOT out with its own warning. The Electric Reliability Council of Texas says the higher the heat, it may cause a greater demand for power.
But right now, ERCOT is saying it expects there is enough power being generated to meet the increased demand. However, the agency is encouraging us to conserve energy when we can. Good advice. Here is Justin to tell us about it.
Yeah, the heat is really going to crank up this weekend. We're talking triple digits, and I know we've mentioned that. Be prepared for that. In the meantime, we've got to deal with some thunderstorms today. This is sort of our last chance for rain. We got a little bit last night, right, with that big storm that came in from the west. That has since passed, but we've had some showers and a few storms pop up so far today, and we're seeing some of that shower activity stretching through Wilson County, Floresville, down to Pleasanton. These are just quick-moving downpours, nothing severe. But as we get into the afternoon, there's enough heating, and we've got a frontal boundary headed our way that may lend itself to some stronger storms. I'm watching what's going on up here across the hill country. We've had some storms around Junction. This is the energy that will slide southeast, and we may see more on the radar, as I mentioned, as we get into the afternoon hours with some of that daytime heating. Here is the setup. There is that front. And there is now a tornado watch box to our north and east. This is an area that is expected to get quite a bit of severe weather. We are on the tail end of things, as we often are down here in South Texas. But we still could see some storms, and as this front makes it a little bit closer, it won't necessarily move through, but close enough to give us those chances. Blanco County and Gillespie County are included in this tornado watch box that goes until 6 p.m. San Antonio is not. And as we look at the forecast, our KSAT 12-hour forecast here, 40% chance of rain early this afternoon. We'll see those temperatures make it into the mid-80s. And then eventually by this evening, rain chances start to go away. This activity moves south and east of the area. And once that rain moves out, we're done with rainfall for a long while. Temperatures fall down into the 70s this evening. We'll talk more about that heat, and we'll have another look at the radar for you, too, coming up in just a couple minutes.
Thank you so much, Justin. New this noon, a busy scene on the west side yet again. This after police say a woman tried to rob several people and then someone tried to carjack someone.
Officers started their investigation around 8 this morning after someone reported a woman was waving a gun and demanding money. This was in the 100 block of Enrique Barrera Parkway. That's not far from Highway 151 and Highway 90. Officers were able to detain the woman and place her in the back of a patrol car. Police say they are investigating whether she was under the influence.
They're also trying to figure out how many victims there might be and what, if anything, she stole from them. She's expected to face several robbery charges.
And near this noon, several people still can't go home after a major fire at a West Side apartment building, and fireworks could be the blame.
Jonathan Cotto reports the flames broke out last night. Crews were on the scene, though, through the morning.
This was the scene last night shortly after 9. San Antonio Fire Department was called out to the Aspire Apartments on the 1800 block of Bandera Road in Hillcrest. Heavy flames were showing from the center of the building when firefighters got there.
They immediately upgraded it to a second alarm per our department protocols with a building this size.
This is what's left of this apartment building here on the city's west side. We know there are 32 units that were affected. 23 of those were occupied. San Antonio firefighters working all night and well into this morning, keeping an eye out on hotspots.
There's so many residents out here. We're trying to figure out who went to where, what exact apartment. But we do know that it's 4 apartments that are affected and those residents that are in them. Investigators say there are early indications the fire was caused by fireworks. That's our suspicion, is some fireworks went off and started a fire. So that's what we're working with now. But obviously that'll be, further under investigation until they can't confirm that. The Red Cross did arrive on scene. Property management is also assisting in relocating the people that have been displaced. Fire crews remind the public fireworks are illegal within city limits. Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Office is still trying to find a missing 15-year-old. Yvette Williams was last seen around 10 last night in a neighborhood in West Bexar County outside of 1604. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says she was last seen wearing a red shirt and red shorts with black lettering on the side. She has a nose piercing on the right side and a bar piercing on top of her left ear, and she wears black glasses. Anyone with information on Yvette's whereabouts is asked to call the Bexar County Sheriff's Office at 210-335-6000.
Today, the punishment phase in the murder trial for hire continues. Yesterday, a jury convicting Angelica Navarro de Paz of paying an undercover officer to kill her boyfriend's sister. Navarro de Paz had claimed that she hired the person because she feared the woman would be hurting her or her children. The victim, Anayela Mendoza Flores, says she owed Navarro de Paz $40,000 for her help getting smuggled into the country. Navarro de Paz is now facing between 5 to 99 years or life in prison. What began as a fast food fistfight has now led to something much more serious. Police say that a driver purposefully ran down a woman involved in that fight in a parking lot of a McDonald's restaurant on South W.W. White Road near I-10. Katrina Weber reports police are still looking for the driver.
There was no happy meal at this McDonald's for 2 women, only bitter words, then flying fists, according to San Antonio police. But officers responded after that indoor fight turned even more violent outside in the parking lot. Police say they were called to the 100 block of South W.W. White after one of the women repeatedly rammed into the other with her SUV. They say the 19-year-old victim was walking out of the restaurant after 9:30 last night when she suddenly was hit by the vehicle and knocked into another one. And the apparent attack didn't end there. Police say after hitting the woman, that driver kept going with her still on the hood of the SUV. They slammed into the door of this garbage dumpster, and you can tell from the damage here just how hard they hit. The woman was seriously hurt, rushed to a hospital. Police say she's stable today. The driver took off, but police seem to know who she is. They describe her as a 36-year-old woman, someone who likely faces serious charges when she's caught. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
It has been 11 years since a man was found dead in a field on the east side, and police still have not solved that case. Now, SAPD is hoping that if you're watching this, you may have some useful information or know someone who does. Back on May 5th, 2011, the body of 32-year-old Christopher Johnson was found in a vacant field off of Ferris Avenue. That's near Martin Luther King Drive. Officers say he was shot and killed, and that his red Ford Mustang was found damaged beyond repair at a different location. If you can help investigators find the person responsible for this murder, you're asked to call the number on your screen, 210-224-STOP.
And we have an update on that sinkhole on the southwest side. It looks bigger and bigger every time we see it. TxDOT now says those repairs are complete. The road is back open. Crews first discovered the sinkhole on Tuesday night on Old Pearsall Road between Loop 1604 and Loop 410. It is not clear what caused it to sink.
Still coming up this half hour, the Cowboys not only drafted an offensive lineman with their first pick, but they apparently got a guy who likes to tell jokes. Larry Ramirez with more on that coming up in sport.
Today, new measures being taken to secure the U.S. Supreme Court, where crowds have been gathering all week following that leak of the draft opinion on abortion rights.
This as the justice who apparently authored that draft opinion is canceling an appearance. ABC's Alex Brachet is in Washington with a look at the latest.
Today, more fallout from that bombshell leak from the Supreme Court. Justice Samuel Alito has canceled an appearance at a judicial conference set to begin today. Alito, the author of that 5-4 draft opinion from February that shows a majority of the justices are poised to overturn Roe v. Wade. And overnight, fencing erected around the court as an additional security measure. Abortion rights demonstrations erupting in front of the court and across the country. This one in downtown Los Angeles Wednesday turning violent. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky saying the lack of access to legal abortion services for women could lead to increased deaths.
Those who don't may take matters into their own hands and may not get exactly the care that they need in order to do so. And I do think that lives could be at stake in that situation.
Valerie Peterson agrees. In 2015, she says she traveled from Austin, Texas to Florida for an abortion due to restrictions. She wanted her pregnancy, but says she made the decision to abort at 16 weeks when she found out her baby was diagnosed with a rare disease that usually results in stillbirths.
I was carrying the pregnancy knowing now that there was no chance of survival.
Anti-abortion advocates supportive of the leaked draft hope that more states will be emboldened to enact restrictions ahead of a final Supreme Court decision.
There's no right to kill an innocent unborn child, but there is a right to life.
As for the investigation into the leak, Chief Justice John Roberts has directed the court's marshal, Army Colonel Gail Curley, to lead the probe. Curley is a career Army lawyer who also oversees the Supreme Court police. Alex Brachet, ABC News, Washington.
Ooh, let's get outside with live cam. See if the sun's out yet.
No. Good luck with that.
Got excited for a second.
Well, it did come up for a little while today. We're still going to see a lot of sun over the weekend, so don't worry about that. The cloud cover is there for now. We're going to see some showers and storms. We're seeing some still on the radar. Most of the activity is east of San Antonio right now, Floresville, up into Gonzales County, and then a few more light returns showing up around Medina Lake and into Medina County. The aquifer, well, it's down 0.2 of a foot, 646.5. We were hoping we'd see some sort of bounce back up with the rain last night. Didn't really get that. But the rain did kick up the mold. I can tell you that. It is in the high category today. Pecan in the moderate category. We're going to talk about our rain chances in that 7-day forecast coming up.
I think everybody should go out and enjoy the weather we have right now. 82 degrees. Little bit breezy out there. Mm-hmm. Not hot.
Not hot. Not yet.
That's the key.
Is it windy?
It's a little breezy. Yeah.
Well, then there goes your napkins when you're out eating lunch on the porch.
Oh.
There's that.
See, that's what I worry about.
You do think of everything, David. Let's first start with the radar. We had a couple storms earlier there across parts of Bandera County. Those have since dissipated, but we are watching some of this activity to the south and east of San Antonio. All of this is sub-severe. This is just a little bit of rain. We do notice some pretty good downpours there in the southwestern portion of Wilson County. These will make their way towards Poth, Floresville, Falls City here within the next 30 minutes or so. This is the individual cells are going northeast. This kind of line of showers is working east, though. And we saw some of that activity move through San Antonio a little bit earlier. It has since moved out. Now, as I mentioned earlier, one of the areas I'm watching is the hill country. There is a boundary up here around Junction that is trying to slide south and east. So it's in this area where we could see some more development over the next couple of hours. And today it's going to be hit or miss type stuff. Not everyone is going to get rain, and the severe weather risk is on the low end, but it is there, and that's why we need to mention it. The risk for severe weather goes up significantly as you get up towards Austin and north of that. We're already seeing some of those bigger storms up there. You can see those on the edge of the radar, and that's where there are warnings being issued for places like Killeen with these bigger storms. So if you're traveling up I-35 today, be aware of that. There will be some bigger storms up there. Here's the setup. We've got a frontal boundary, which probably won't make it completely through our area, but it is sinking slowly south. It's out ahead of it, where the dynamics are good for some severe weather today. There is that tornado watch box in effect, essentially Austin, Waco, over towards Tyler, and to the north and east along Interstate 45, I should say, and Interstate 35. That tornado watch does include Blanco County and Gillespie County, and as you get up towards San Marcos, Hayes County too, and Austin. It does not include San Antonio. And again, that's for that same reason, that dynamics just aren't as good down here for severe weather. So let's go forward in time. As we get towards 5 o'clock today, this updated model, isn't showing a whole lot. I'm still going to keep a 40% chance of showers and storms in the forecast. Again, it'll be hit or miss. Not everyone is going to get this rain. And then as we get into this evening, a lot of this starts to work east and southeast. So we'll have to watch some of our eastern counties tonight. Gonzales over to Howattsville, Cuero. You still could see some storms even after sunset. But beyond that, the rain chances go away, and Friday promises to be a mostly sunny, hot day. And the weekend, of course, as we've talked about, is going to be really toasty. Mostly cloudy right now, 82 degrees at the airport. Dew point is at 71, so there's plenty of moisture to work with. Southerly winds at about 16 miles per hour. There are your gusty winds. And the satellite picture shows that we did have some breaks earlier here around San Antonio when it comes to that cloud cover, but now the clouds are trying to work back in. And I think we're going to see quite a bit of cloud cover as this bank of clouds works west to east into San Antonio. Underneath the thicker clouds, it's 77 in Comfort, 77 Bernie Stage, but we're seeing some 80s here in Bexar County. And with some sun at Stinson, the temperature has popped up to 87 at this hour. Your KSAT 12-hour forecast, 84 at 3 o'clock. By 6 p.m., 20% chance of rain, 83. So our rain chances are starting to taper off here as we get into this evening. 82 at 7 o'clock, and then we take rain chances out. Tonight, we fall down into the 70s before we see that big warm-up tomorrow. And dew points will fall off too. So less humidity over the weekend. That's one of the contributing factors to these extreme temperatures. So as we get into tomorrow, high of around 96 here in San Antonio, some places pushing 100. And then as we get into Saturday, that's where we see the big time temperatures, probably around 100 here in San Antonio. Some places like Carrizo Springs could go as high as 105. So 96 tomorrow, 100 Saturday, 100 Sunday. We'll go 97 Monday. We'll be keeping an eye out for those storms today. We'll keep you posted. KSAT Weather App, one of the best places you can go to check out the latest updates.
And I like your flowers for Mother's Day.
Yes, indeed. Don't forget.
Keep them refrigerated.
Major concern for the Jones family.
Yeah, Jerry Jones, Cowboys team owner, of course, was involved in an accident last night. Now, we don't have a lot of details about it, but apparently the 79-year-old team owner wasn't seriously injured, so we have those details coming up. And Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin loves the fact that the Marvin Leal is versatile, coming up.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones was involved in a minor car wreck in Dallas last night. Jones reportedly suffered minor injuries. He was transported to Parkland Memorial Hospital for precautionary measures. Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones said in a text message to ESPN that his father was back home when, quote, all good, end quote. Emergency crews were called to the wreck in the area of Wolf and Harry Hines Boulevard in Dallas at 8:10 last night. No other details were immediately available, so it's unknown whether Jones was driving or a passenger in the car. Jones frequently uses his helicopter to get from his home in Dallas to the team's training complex in Frisco or AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Staying with the Cowboys, first-round draft pick Tyler Smith will compete at left guard while he waits to take over for left tackle Tyron Smith, per Cowboys Executive VP Stephen Jones. Tyler, the 24th overall pick last week, spent his college career on the left side of the line. During his introductory presser, Tyler told the media he's a funny guy, and then he explained why.
That definitely comes from my upbringing. Like in our household, laughter is a prevalent theme. Like, when I was a kid, I was a big kid. Like I used to, accidentally break things, stuff like that. And like to get out of trouble, I'd make mom laugh. So I'd be, doing goofy stuff or like, whatever I could do just to make her kind of forget about it or like kind of crack her focus so I could like, like get away or try to like slide my way out of stuff. She rarely forgot, but it's just like just doing that. I love to see people laugh. Like I love to laugh myself. Like it helps you live longer for sure.
All good reasons indeed. The Cowboys will host rookie minicamp May 13th through the 15th. Former UTSA running back Sincere McCormick has signed with the Las Vegas Raiders as an undrafted free agent. He made the announcement on social media. McCormick left UTSA after his junior season to enter the NFL draft as the all-time leading rusher in program history. Last season, he ran for a Conference USA high 1,479 yards and 15 touchdowns and 298 carries, setting a new UTSA record for most all-purpose yards. In McCormick's post on Twitter, he said, in part, "I'm thankful for this opportunity and watch me run with it. I want to thank everyone from my family, friends, and coaches for believing in me." After picking a quarterback and a wide receiver with their first 2 draft selections, the Pittsburgh Steelers got defensive in round 3, taking DeMarvin Leal out of Texas A&M. The Steelers say taking Leal there was a no-brainer because of his football skills. Plus, they need some youth on the defensive line.
He's dynamic, man. I studied that Bama game significantly. That was a Sunday matchup. I thought he represented himself very well in that game. Oftentimes when you talk about versatility, you almost feel like you're slighting him from a pedigree standpoint. And this is a high pedigree guy with a bunch of talent.
Steelers rookie minicamp is also set to run May 13th through the 15th. The Tennessee Titans signed former University of Minnesota linebacker Jack Gibbons as an undrafted free agent. Gibbons from Smithson Valley High School led Minnesota last season with 92 tackles. The Titans are deep at inside linebacker, but Gibbons could have a shot at the practice squad, per the Draft Network. And Gibbons tweeted he's excited to join the Tennessee Titans. Can't wait to get to work. Nashville, here we come.
A lot of kids from San Antonio headed to the NFL. Love that representation.
Love to see it, yep.
Yeah. All right, Larry, thanks.
The Federal Reserve deciding to raise interest rates. Coming up in the next half hour, how that decision could affect your finances.
And new today at 5, you may have a few bucks coming to you if you used certain sunscreens, stretch mark lotions, or TurboTax's free tax filing program. It's all a result of some class action lawsuit settlements. 500,000 Texans will be getting money from the company behind TurboTax. It has to do with having to pay for tax filing that was marketed as free. 12 on your side's Marilyn Morris explains what you have to get your money, what you have to do to get your money. That's today at 5 after Entertainment Tonight.
We had some thunder boomers here last night, but major storms in the Midwest and the South. Several reported tornadoes, including several in Texas in the north central part of the state. ABC's Rita Roy has a look at some dramatic video.
Dramatic video shows a twister forming near Maud, Oklahoma. The strong winds tearing apart the grow houses at a marijuana farm, sending these plants up into the air. And another tornado caught on camera near Crowell, Texas. Multiple tornadoes reported overnight as severe storms tore through the area, a path of destruction left behind.
I'm looking out in front of me and I'm seeing a lot more damage as we continue to fly over the town. This was a very strong storm.
Power knocked out for many in the city of Seminole, Oklahoma. You can see demolished trailers, a school ripped to shreds, roofs blown off homes, and debris all over the streets.
There's a large path of damage. There are power lines down. There are reports of gas leaks, things like that. So there's a lot of things that we have to look over and check for.
10 people were trapped inside this storm shelter after debris fell on top of it. All of them, including a baby, reportedly made it out safely. There were some minor injuries in Oklahoma overnight, but local authorities say right now there are no reported deaths. Tornadoes hitting the U.S. in record numbers so far this year, 218 reported in March alone, the highest number ever for that month, and that's technically before tornado season even began.
On Friday, the storms will make their way here to the East Coast with severe weather expected from Virginia to Florida. The biggest concerns are damaging winds and large hail. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Outside with live games, so I guess we're pretty fortunate. All we had was some loud noises last night and a little bit of rain, huh?
Yeah, well, there was a few spots, especially west of San Antonio, that did get some pretty sizable hail. There was some baseball-sized hail reported around Spofford. No tornadoes yesterday, though, with that storm that basically tracked from the Del Rio area all the way to San Antonio. There was some damage like this. This is on, this was sent into our KSAT Connect from San Antonio. Some trees blown down. We did get some gusty winds in the wake of that storm as it moved through. But busy night last night. Hasn't been all that busy so far today, but we are anticipating a few more showers and storms before we get into the evening hours. And you see that there is a tornado watch box up to our north and east. That's an area that really will be under the gun today. Basically northeastern Texas, Austin up to Waco, over to Tyler, and there's already quite a few storms firing up there with some severe thunderstorm warnings. Locally, we just have a few showers off to the north and west. We've seen a few showers south and east of San Antonio as well. And there's a look at that tornado watch box. It does include Gillespie and Blanco County. We should point that out. But basically, the northern fringes of our viewing area, the severe weather threat's a little lower where we are, but it is still technically there. We have a low end chance. So 40% shot at some showers and storms as we get into the afternoon. And then by 7 o'clock, we'll start to take those rain chances out. Everything will be moving east and southeast, and we'll fall into the 70s tonight, 78 degrees by 11 o'clock. And very quickly, didn't get this in earlier, the pollen count, mold at 7,220, jumped up big time today thanks to last night's rain. Pecans in a moderate category at 140.
Thank you, Justin. Investigators are revealing more details about the relationship between a jailhouse supervisor and a capital murder suspect. The pair has now been gone on the run for 6 days. The pair made their escape last Friday. Vicky White can be seen on security video walking Casey White out of the facility and then putting him in a backseat of a patrol car before driving away. Investigators say the two had a special relationship that started when he was an inmate in 2020. The sheriff confirmed the corrections officer visited Casey while in state custody over the course of the 2 years. Authorities now looking through their communications.
The war in Ukraine continuing to have devastating effects on communities overseas. One of the latest targets by Russian forces is the city of Ivankiv on the outskirts of the capital, Kiev. The Pentagon saying that Russia is trying to diminish Ukraine's ability to resupply its troops. It's attempting to hit what appears to be the critical infrastructure targets and the supply routes for Western weapons and supplies. Meanwhile, Ukraine's military says it recaptured some of the areas in the south and it repelled Russian attacks in the east.
And the ongoing war in Ukraine could fuel severe food shortages in countries all over the world this year. That warning coming from a newly released United Nations report. According to the report, since Russia and Ukraine are the world's leading exporters of a wide range of food crops, the conflict between the two could greatly exacerbate the existing food crisis, and there are long-term concerns. Ukraine is a major fertilizer exporter. The current conflict could lead to a significant global fertilizer supply crisis that'll severely affect the next farming season.
Meanwhile, the White House taking a closer look at this issue of food insecurity. A conference in September said to be focusing on ending hunger and improving nutrition across our nation. The Biden administration says it hopes this meeting will lead to a plan to help reduce the rates of diabetes, obesity, and hypertension among Americans. The last time the White House hosted such a conference was more than 50 years ago, and it was President Richard Nixon. That event led to expansions of the food stamp program and the school lunch programs, as well as the creation of WIC, a federal program that assists pregnant women, new mothers, and their babies.
The Federal Reserve has raised interest rates by a half percentage point. The central bank is trying to get a handle on the worst inflation America has seen in 40 years. But until that happens, homeowners, potential buyers, even renters could see tough times ahead. CNN's Brian Todd has the explanation for us.
Allison Braun, a first-time home buyer in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, learned the hard way that with low inventory and high competition, those trying to purchase a home don't have much leverage these days.
To be quite honest, I did not expect it to be this difficult to get a home.
A pricey housing market could be about to get worse. Homeowners and prospective home buyers across America will likely find some tough sledding ahead because interest rate hikes mean it will be more expensive to borrow money, If you're trying to buy a home, experts say the asking price may not be much higher than it is now, but
the cost to buy that house is going to be higher because mortgage rates are going up.
That means many new homeowners will not only be paying higher interest on their mortgages, but could also get less house for their money. What about renters?
Renters could be indirectly affected by interest rate hikes to the extent that, let's say, a landlord has to pay a higher rate on his mortgage if he has an adjustable rate mortgage or thought he or she could refinance and can't, for example. That could get passed along to renters.
But higher interest rates won't affect just homeowners. What about paying off your credit card, car loan, or student debt?
If you've got credit card debt, it's going to cost you more. If you're buying a car, it's going to cost you more because the rates of to borrow that money to get that car is going to go up.
Experts say there could be some good news for people who have significant money stashed in savings accounts. With the new interest rate hike, they say, those accounts will start to earn interest again. But analysts warn it may not be enough interest to make much of a difference.
You might see the interest that's being paid on a savings account go up a touch as a result of the announcement. But remember, it still may be below the pace of inflation.
Still to come this half hour, UIW men's golfers with a big watch party for one of their own. Larry Ramirez with more on that coming up.
Looking outside with live cam, looks like the rain's about to start again.
Well, we do have some clouds out there. There's a couple of showers in and around San Antonio, and we may see a few more before it's all said and done this afternoon. Maybe even a few thunderstorms, as we've been talking about. So far today, 82, the high temperature. Will probably get into the mid-80s this afternoon. 70 the low this morning. Records are 99 and 45, set back in 1984 and 1944. We've got a complete radar update for you coming up.
So we got hail, we got thunder, we got lightning, we got some rain. And
some tornadoes in other places.
And then I guess after all that's gone, we got hot.
Yeah, it just looks like it's going to rain some more.
It does. The clouds are kind of dark out there, and we are seeing a few spots where there may be some showers. We just haven't had anything all that heavy so far today. And it is the season for severe weather. I mean, you saw the images from yesterday. So many severe weather reports up across parts of North Texas and Oklahoma. Right now, everything we have in our area is just light shower activity, nothing that gives us any concern. Of course, last night was a very different story with some of those storms coming out of the west. First, let's start with this batch of showers that has been working east, kind of falling apart a little bit, but it is putting down some rain. Falls City, Karnes City down to Kennedy and there across Karnes County. This is nothing more than just some light rain that may make the roads a little bit wet there. And this will continue to move towards Runge, over towards Yorktown here within the next hour or so. As far as San Antonio is concerned, yeah, we are seeing a few showers trying to pop up there on the city's west side. Noticing one little shower there out around Alamo Ranch. That is working now actually towards the 410 area along 151 near SeaWorld. But that's just that one light shower. I think that we will continue to see a few more pop-ups. And as I've said earlier, we're watching this activity here across the hill country. This is closer to that boundary, and I think this is where we could see a little bit more development here over the next couple of hours. With the bulk of the activity and the bulk of the severe weather being off to our north. So you go up towards Lampasas and Killeen, Waco area. There's some big time storms up there, and these are going to cross I-35. So if you have any plans to travel up I-35 today, just know you will run into some rain, some very heavy rain, and perhaps some severe weather. There's some severe thunderstorm warnings, in fact, for that activity up there. Here's the big picture. And the reason why we're seeing all this activity, storm system moving through the middle part of the country, and out ahead of it, there's a lot of moisture. Good dynamics to get these storms going. We're just on the edge of things, the southern edge of things, as we often are down here. So we just don't have as good as dynamics as what they're looking at to our north. Satellite picture shows too that we've got some breaks in those clouds here and there. So there is a little bit of instability developing here locally. Tornado watches are in effect. A tornado watch means that conditions are there for severe thunderstorms that could perhaps produce a tornado, but that is to our north. Gillespie and Blanco County are included in that, but that's it for our viewing area. San Antonio is not within that tornado watch box. So here's our forecast. We're going to keep it a 40% chance of rain. We'll fast forward here to 5 o'clock. Still shows some pop-up showers and storms. Not everyone will get rain today. This will be hit or miss type stuff. But there is a threat for a couple of strong storms mixed in there. And by the time we get to 10 o'clock, a lot of this is pushing south and southeast of San Antonio. And it gets out of here overnight tonight. Tomorrow will be a mostly sunny day. We do not have any rain in the forecast on your Friday. Take a look at the time lapse. We had some showers move through, some breaks in the clouds. The sun popped out for a while, and now the clouds are back in place. 82 degrees, dew point is at 71. And temperatures, they're in the 70s and 80s at this hour. Where we're seeing some breaks, you're going to get some warmer temperatures. 85 New Braunfels, 87 down there in Pleasanton, but underneath the clouds, a lot of 70s. So our KSAT 12-hour forecast, 84 at 3 o'clock, 40% chance of rain through 4 or 5 o'clock, and then we'll start to see those rain chances taper off. 83 at 6 o'clock, 82 at 7 p.m., and then down into the 70s this evening with easterly to southeasterly winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Very quickly, want to show you the drought monitor. We still have exceptional drought for our western counties. The good news, we did get some rain over that area last night, so that should help a little bit with our current drought issue. And Medina Lake did get some rain yesterday, but it's still only 19% full. So we could use some more, and there is not any in the forecast. 96 Friday, 100s over the weekend. It will be very, very toasty. Be careful if you have plans to spend any amount of time outside Saturday and Sunday.
And you've already gotten your Mother's Day gifts, is that correct?
Done.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Good for you. I bet you'd be hard-pressed to find Spur fans that are upset that the Mavs are down 0-2.
Yeah, they probably like it, right?
I don't care.
I mean,
this is good.
Yeah, Devin Booker and Chris Paul certainly taking care of business for the Phoenix Suns. Luka Doncic is doing his deal for the Mavs, but he certainly needs more help. And a UIW women's golf team is a very close-knit group. Coming up. The top-seeded Phoenix Suns dominated the Mavericks in the fourth quarter last night, taking a 2-0 series lead. Mavericks big dog Luka Doncic scored a game-high 35 points. And check out his moves on this play, ending with a hoop and a one. He shot 13 for 22 overall and was one of 3 Mavs to reach double digits. Dude scored 45 points in their Game 1 loss. Fourth quarter now, it was winning time for Chris Paul and the Suns. CP3 scored 14. That was 28 in the final frame. The Suns led by 6 after 3 and then outscored the Mavs 40-26 in the fourth to win Game 2, 129-109. The Mavs are not giving Luka enough help.
Yeah, he had a great game, but no one else showed. So, we got to get other guys, shooting the ball better. We can't win with just him out there scoring 30 a night. Not this time of the year. And we're playing the best team in the league. And so we got to get other guys going.
Sad face time for Luka. Game 3 is tomorrow night, 8:30 in Dallas. Now, last night in Miami, the Heat rolled the Sixers. Bam Adebayo led the way with 23 points. Sixers big man Joel Embiid didn't play again due to a facial fracture. Heat take it 119-103 and lead that series 2 games to none. Game 3 is tomorrow night in Philadelphia. Yesterday afternoon, the men's golf team in Incarnate Word held a watch party at Broadway 50-50 for Joe Buenfeld, who qualified for the NCAA Regionals after winning the Southland Conference Championship individual title. Joe is staying in Texas to play in the Bryan Regional in 2 weeks.
I'm happy with that. I think just because it's local and, like I said, all my friends, they can come out and watch. It's going to be really fun. So hopefully there'll be hopefully it'll be good fun.
It feels more like a home event for him, not traveling and flying and prepping all those things. So yeah, we're excited to get up there to Bryan and check out the golf course.
Buenfeld is the second individual champion in UIW Division I golf history. Now, all 5 members of the Incarnate Word women's golf team were named to the 2021-22 Southland Women's Golf All-Conference teams, a first in program history. Ellen Nicholas is the first individual champion in UIW's D1 history and will play in the Stillwater Regional next week. So we asked them, why is this team so good?
I think us as a group, we all get along so well. And there's just like a lot of depth in the team. I mean, everyone can play good, everyone can shoot good scores, and we've shown that this year.
We work really well together as a 5, and that is definitely why we're all in conference teams, just because we make all 5 of us play well together, which doesn't really happen very often.
I think we're such a close-knit group. We call
we're like we call ourselves like the original five. Like we're all like best friends. These are like my sisters.
To have such a small team and have all 5 of them be recognized by the conference and against the other conference teams is a huge accomplishment for us.
They call themselves the original 5 because it's Coach Pont's first team at Incarnate Word. Last night in Major League Baseball, the Astros beat the Mariners 7-2, and the Rangers edged the Phillies 2-1 in 10 innings. And in the Texas League, the Missions won the Hooks 9-6 for their second win in a row.
Good for them.
Yeah.
I like to watch those ladies play golf.
They're good golfers.
The guys swing so hard and so fast, you can't pick up any tips. But the ladies are nice and slow and smooth, and you can pick up some tips on how to better your game watching women play. Good stuff. Yeah, look at you know.
Yeah, I know. All right. I also know SA Live's going to have some good food and drink.
Just wait till you see this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, take a look at this. We are celebrating Cinco de Mayo in style with food, cocktails, and fashion. We are starting with food. Look at that. That is not just corn in a cup. That is extreme corn in a cup. It's kind of like a bunch of San Antonio street foods all piled into one amazing breakfast, lunch, and dinner option.
44 ounces worth.
Yes, and that, of course, is from Bucho Tejano Street Fair, and we are going to be making that.
Yes, indeed. Okay, you want some authentic items, garments from Mexico? The place to go is Del Alma Imports, and Maria Jose Hurry is here. And you've got a great tip because one of those is authentic and one is definitely not.
Exactly. The right way to choose what you're going to use for your Cinco de Mayo table.
Okay, she's going to show us which is from Mexico and which was made in China.
And Aaron Chase from $5 Dinner shares an easy breakfast for kids before star testing, because it is that time.
Yes, indeed. And it is Small Business Week. Support small businesses. That's what we have here. We love to do it. Give a shout out to your favorite small business, be it food, be it clothing, whatever the case may be. We want to hear about it because maybe another place to go shopping or eating.
All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.
All right, we still have a few showers and storms on the radar. 85 degrees, about a 40% chance of rain today. Keep that in mind for the evening commute if you have plans to be out and about this afternoon. I think by this evening, though, a lot of this rain is moving out of here. There is the potential for 1 or 2 strong storms today, and we'll be here to let you know if that occurs. The KSAT weather app's a great tool, too. 96 coming up tomorrow, 100 over the weekend. It's a dry and hot forecast from here on out, so today is kind of our last chance to get some rain. We'll keep our fingers crossed for rain. Hopefully no severe weather, though, guys.
Thank you, Justin. And we need to check in at SA Live, make sure everybody's okay.
What was that, corn in a cup? Is that what that was?
Well, there was corn in a cup, which I think is like a heart attack in a cup.
Wow. And then had like a stick with like a loaf of bread and a jalapeno and...
But then something dropped.
Yeah. Well, we heard some noises and some laughter. So let's find out. SA Live starts right
now.
Today on SA Live, get a brief history lesson on Cinco de Mayo and learn how we can help support Mexican artisans.
Plus, I have a really good time at a cycling studio in Stone Oak. It's a great workout and low impact on your body.
The Aztec Theater, great cocktails. Yes, we are taking you to one of the newest rooftop bars in San Antonio.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
We were treated to quite a show right before our show. This is marching band from Mexico. They were in town, I remember a couple of years ago were here, and they showed up and put on a show for all the folks and everybody here at Market Square, and it was absolutely wonderful. So welcome to them up here from Mexico.
Yes, and of course, happy Cinco de Mayo.
That's the noise.
That's the noise you may have heard earlier. Everyone is okay.
Give Ted an extra confetti cannon and it gets all over everything. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Osterhage.
And I'm Fiona Gorostiza. All right, well, our first guest today co-owns a local catering company that strives to bring the flavors of San Antonio alive in original ways.
Chef Jerry Moreno from Bucho Tejano Street Fair is here to share the recipe and what they have cooked up. And I'll tell you what, we've had kind of over-the-top items on the show before, but I think this probably is at least in the top one.
I mean, look at that thing. That is breakfast, lunch, dinner. Breakfast of champions, by the way. Okay.
Absolutely.
But that is not just a regular corn in the cup, obviously, right?
No, it is an extreme corn on the cup. And you know, when it's Cinco de Mayo in Texas of all places, you got to go big or you got to go home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was our thinking behind this corn on the cup for today.
I asked him right before the show, is that a 32 ounce? He said, no, 44 ounce. It's a Route 44, basically.
Would you expect nonetheless?
Wow.
Lee, okay, so we've got everything in front of us because you are going to walk us through how to make this, and then we are going to compete with each other to see who can make it the fastest and the most accurate.
That's
right?
correct. We got to keep it fun around here.
Okay, what are you doing?
Now,
are you cheating?
Well, I was
okay, don't cheat.
He's getting excited.
He's getting. I know.
We
All
want
right.
to add a little bit of the special sauce to it first, right?
Yes. So we're gonna add some lime butter, a good scooping of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were wrong. It wasn't that.
He's not completely wrong. The sauce is gonna go in there.
This is not avocado?
No, it is not. That is a lime pepper butter. That's our own little creation there.
Really?
And that's what separates our corn from other corns. And then you're going to add some chipotle crema in there.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's got a good
helping
tang to it.
Okay.
Then you're going to add some fresco in there.
Queso
as
fresco.
Well. Then you're going to
Okay.
give it a good mix.
Okay.
Then
Make sure
mix
everything's
it up.
nice and incorporated.
Okay. Now, while we're mixing this up, how did you guys come up with this?
Well, you know, like most things, we just get together and brainstorm. And like, we've seen elote all our lives, you know, but we thought, how can we expand on the idea? So we thought we'd add a chicken on a stick to it, because what's more San Antonio than that?
And that's what's on that chicken on a stick, because that's not just
It's
chicken
not
on
just
a
a
stick.
chicken on a stick. No, it is a hot Cheeto chicken on a stick with a dinner roll, some bacon, and a jalapeno. So once you get it nice and incorporated,
yes,
you can begin to scoop into your cup.
Okay.
Okay.
This magnificent plethora of goodness.
Plethora, yes.
Okay, this would normally be a side dish for a family of about 13 at Thanksgiving.
I don't know. I heard somebody here say they can devour this whole thing.
Our next
yeah,
guest coming up, we're going to put her to the challenge, possibly. So.
All right, so we pile in all the corn pretty much all the way to the top,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much all the way to the top.
Okay.
Is this like, what, about 2
in
pounds
there.
of corn in here?
It's, actually, Mike, that's a great guess, because it is.
It's a great guess, Mike.
Spot on. After which, you'll take your chicken on a stick, which you just have to assemble quickly.
Okay.
And then you'll place
So
that
chicken.
Yep, inside here as such.
Okay, bacon.
Bacon,
jalapeno
roll,
on top.
and
Okay,
then
the
jalapeno.
roll. And then the jalapeno.
That's an excellent form. I love that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And then like that.
Right? So then you're
Okay.
going to take your avocado as so, and you're going to just angle it right next to the chicken so it looks just like that.
So it looks like little chicken feathers right there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, there.
There we go.
And then you're going to take a little bit of this tahini and sprinkle some on the avocado. Right? And then just a little bit more crema and a little bit more queso.
Just kind of drizzle.
Oh yeah, just a little drizzle like that.
Never have too much cheese.
No, you cannot.
Okay.
And then you put a little queso.
And then a little more queso fresco.
And there you have it. Probably the biggest corn on the cup you will ever see in your life.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. Okay,
You
so
should get Guinness here.
Okay.
Maybe it is like a world record.
First of all, okay, how do
That's
you
a
eat?
thinking man.
How do you eat? Oh, you use a spoon? Do you bite into the
Oh wait, you guys don't have straws?
straws?
I'm just joking. So
Okay.
you'll take this spoon here, and then you can dig it right on in.
Okay.
You can take a bite
Oh,
of
you
your
can take
chicken,
like a bite of the
and then you
chicken
take
and a bite of the corn. I
Exactly.
gotcha. All right, and real quickly, you do cater, right?
We do cater.
Okay. All right. So for more information, because we're gonna come back, we're gonna have a test to see who or a competition. All right,
have
to
a
see who.
thought.
What? Do
All right,
you?
let's
Okay,
hear
wait,
it.
hold on. For more information on Bucho Tejano Street Fair, head to SALive.com. Click on the As Seen on SA Live tab where we provided a link, or just scan that QR code on your screen. Okay, what's your thought?
Figure out some way to have a beer attached to this right here.
You just have it in the hat.
Then we're
This on
cooked.
one side.
Tape around another cup.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at him. He is a fixer. He's a problem
Then
solver.
we're
I
gonna
like
be
that.
cooking
I'm a
with
San
gas here,
Antonian.
so-
What can I say?
Okay.
All right. It, of course, is Small Business Week, and we love all of our local small businesses around here, be it food, be it clothes, everything, and we want to give them a shout out.
Yes. So for our shout out today, we want to know who is your favorite small business, and tag us at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter, and you may see that answer a little later in the show. So it could be your small business, it could be your friends, it could be someplace that you like to go when you support local. Let us know.
Corn in a cup, tacos, clothes, anything like that. So let us know and share that with your friends too, obviously. So, okay, on this Cinco de Mayo, Thirsty Thursday, we are taking you to the rooftop bar. Oh, and some of that
We got my
rooftop bar. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You take 5 there. We're taking you to a rooftop bar in the heart of downtown for some skyline sips. Jen Tobias-Drusky takes us up. Are you?
It's one of the trendiest rooftop bars in San Antonio, right across the street from the Aztec Theater. Today, we take you inside Otro.
We have built our hotel on top of a old one-story building that's been around for the last 75, 80 years. And there's a lot of tie-in to the city of San Antonio that we kept in the building. But this space specifically, we wanted to keep a more modern feel because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to tie old world and new world together. We're going to start opening up a little bit earlier on Sundays and enjoy some of this beautiful weather that we have coming in.
Got it.
Mimosas, Bloody Marys, weekend cocktails. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun. Live entertainment. The good.
Yes, and the sounds of downtown, right? You gotta take it all in.
You're close enough to it.
Yes, I love that. Okay, it's time to go make some drinks. All right, I'm now with the bar manager, Elias, and we have 4 drinks that you're going to make for us.
4 of them, correct.
I'm so excited. What's the first one?
So this is going to be our crowd favorite. We call it the No Seas Fresa. Don't be a strawberry. So you start off with a shot of tequila in there. We are going to do a little bit of orange liqueur as well. There we go. This is actually going to be, like I said, one of our most popular. Very light, very refreshing. I know whenever we think strawberry, we think a little bit oversweet, overpowering. This is a strawberry basil agave that we do.
Ooh.
Make this in-house.
A nice combination.
Very nice. It works really well. Not overly sweet. Best part on that. A little bit of lime juice there for you guys. Give this guy a little bit of a shake.
Okay.
Even the salt on the rim is made here. It's a dehydrated lime zest.
The next one, Brian had mentioned that we're actually going to start Sunday Fun Day soon, right?
Yes.
So I went ahead and we have what is our take on an espresso martini. So a little bit of vodka in there. This right here is Liquor 43. If you're not familiar, it's a Spanish vanilla bean liqueur that we do, that we use, and there is that guy.
My goodness.
Toss a little bit of cold brew.
I'm already loving this drink.
Like I said, and then so this is actually fun. It's going to be an agave that we do, and we infuse it with Madagascar vanilla, and then some orange as well. So kind of putting a little bit of brightness in there, a little bit of just kind of that like baking spice kind of thing that goes on. This right,
vanilla orange.
Yes,
combo.
vanilla orange combo with the cold brew at Liquor 43, which is going to be, like I said, Spanish vanilla bean liqueur, a little bit of vodka. This right here is going to be more or less like an egg white substitute, right? Give that a little bit of shake there. So it starts off very nice, milky.
Oh.
Top it with coffee beans and enjoy.
So this one right here is actually another one of our crowd favorites, not only because of the name, which is the Amor Prohibido, and we all know that lyric and song and such, but so we start off with our clay cup here. We have a tamarind puree, and then we top that with the tahini in there. Toss a little bit of lime juice inside of that guy. Add a little bit of tequila.
Then you top it with a spicy grapefruit tamarind soda, made right here in-house.
One of our most beautiful cocktails. If you like spice, you like that little bit more of like, not necessarily sweet like a margarita, but you want just that little kick to it, this is the perfect one for you.
And last but not least, one for Cinco de Mayo.
Yes,
right?
yes. So this right here is going to be the 1862 margarita, right? So we're going to put a little bit of tequila inside of there, a little fresh lime juice, fresh pineapple juice, a little bit of agave in there. And then for that spice, we're adding some jalapeno.
Of course.
May 5th of 1862, French invaded the outskirts of Puebla. Looked like they were going to be outnumbered 100% as far as Mexico is concerned. Kind of representing that this looks like it's a beautiful sweet drink. Mexicans actually conquered. May 5th, 1862 was going to be the landmark that eventually led into Mexican independence.
Here's a final look at all the delicious cocktails we made today. Don't forget, Sunday Fun Day kicks off this weekend. That includes pictures of mimosas and sangria. All the information you need on SALive.com. Click the As Seen on SA Live tab or scan the QR code on your screen.
SA Live continues with a vicious cycle. Fiona tries out a cycling studio in Stone Oak, and I hope she gets a grip on the handlebars before she falls over them.
Plus, we learn about Cinco de Mayo's real meaning and why it's celebrated, how you can support Mexican artisans this 5th of May.